Okay. 7:20. Oh, Jesus. 7:28. Thursday. I'm editing. I'm rendering. Part 2. I'm uploading part 1. But it's I have it scheduled. So premiere on Thursday at 3 p.m., which I think is going to be the regular time I do it. This is part 1. It's man, as a creator, it's a mess. But I don't care. It's done. It's made. It's chopped up into 3 parts. 3 hours total. Like a little over 3 hours. So almost every episode's gonna be like an hour long, which I think might be too long. I don't want it to be an hour long. Half-hour episodes would be good. So I gotta figure that out. But I want to eat. Oh, continuation from last week. That disgusting thing I made actually got better, and I was able to eat it. Or I'm just like, I don't want to waste any money or food, that I'm forcing myself to think it's okay. But I think I might be able to like eat it all. And not have to waste it. But I'll never use that sauce again. It's not good. It's not good. So we'll let all this work itself, and I'm gonna eat and get on the road in Uber. It's gotta be done. No ifs, ands, or buts. No PUBG, no nothing. Just eat, get dressed, get Ubering. So that's what I'm talking about. It's not bad. It's not great. It doesn't look terrible. It just tastes like, it tastes too dirty. Like dirt. Like dirt McGirt, you know? I don't know.
Gross and homeless. I like it.
Just,
Don't you get that?
Newest Your Mom's House with Sean Evans from Hot Ones. It's good, man. I love this show. This show got me into binging through podcasts. It has like almost 500 episodes. I've seen every episode. From 1 to like 430, I've seen maybe 2 or 3 times. And I now listen to maybe I'd say 30 to 40 hours of podcasts a week. I like them. They're good.
There are way more research in depth Well, I think that it's such a competitive space, and the interview space is so competitive. So it's like you're gonna get eyeballs, your show has to be that exceptionally good. And I think the other thing that's interesting that is the audience are every single time, so you feel like you have to impress them every single time. So it's like, you respect your audience? You know what I am? I'm scared of them. I'm scared of that audience. I'm scared of them, I think. You know, and they put such pressure. To have a fart mic? No, but we need one. This is
Oh my God, you should have a fart mic on right now.
If ever a show needed a fart mic.
Wow.
Take that.
100%.
Because I've been cornered. By the way, if you have a fart. I'm grabbing. I've got you. I got you.
Do you feel anything coming on?
No, but you never know. You always have to be ready. It could and also, as a love of Howard's, I gotta tell you, when we're in that room and we feel a fart, you're not sure what's behind it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I imagine.
It feels like this might be a shit mic real soon.
Well, because I remember asking after you did Holland's, like, how was your ground after? And it was.
Yeah. I took my, I'll tell you this.
So I
First we did
do this thing once a week.
burger thing when we were together, but when we did the hot
Maybe even less than that. Put butter in my coffee, saw it somewhere, and when I run out of creamer, I definitely do it. But it's not bad. It's actually really good. Oh. It's not a-
But he was like, "Don't worry about that. Just have fun. And if it hurts, just let it hurt." That's good advice. Yeah, it's good. He was like, just you'll recover. I was like, all right. And then I still remember being there, like, I don't know, it kind of feels
There was
like,
the butter.
no,
Butter.
in a way, but you're still like, oh,
There's what that milk.
and then the thing is, I was like 4 or 5 weeks in, like, right, yeah, that's wrecked me. Yeah, there's no preparing for that. But then it's funny because when I watch it as, let's say, try to take myself out of it as content, I go, this is like one of the funniest parts. Watching someone struggle, sweat. And I actually remember that I couldn't remember what you had asked me a couple times. It gets loud. You feel like that speaker feedback situation or something. Yeah. So I was
Relax.
like, oh man, I don't
Cat's
know
going
what
nuts.
this right now. All right, man, stop ruining my show.
You know why? Yeah, food, yeah, water.
No, go to Fiji. Just jump
Cat
on
litter's
Fiji.
good.
Yeah, this is dog shit too.
Yeah, we just put the dog shit out there to remind them that they make dog
Get
shit.
some milk and butter in
Oh,
there.
this is garbage too.
For whatever reason, it cuts it just perfectly.
You're like an IG model chick.
And I guess it is a dairy product, right?
Yes, right. It's very specific and accurate. Yeah. They have like a real online marketing strategy. I feel like that
Didn't
one.
we learn that the pH stuff is nonsense?
Bullshit. Yeah, Martin Risa is
The water
America's water sommelier of German descent, of course. But Martin taught us a lot. One of the things he taught us, you know how when you drink Fiji, there's like a silkiness. Yeah. That's
Alright, so that's pretty good. Alright. So, let's see. Butter coffee. It's delicious. But again, don't do this like every day. It's too much butter. Not bad. I'm also trying to incorporate more creative shots. Already, man. We're on episode 2, and my creative self just wants to do a little bit more. But nothing too crazy. I'm even thinking about when I press the record button, so it's not like swishing back and forth. But it actually worked for the last one. Not clean, but it looked like it would swish, and the swish in and out was the transition. So I'm still eating. I'm gonna eat and get on the road. It's currently 7:48, and it's Wednesday, 7:38 p.m. 48 p.m. Wednesday. Gotta get on the road Ubering. Alright, start recording.
Yeah.
I gotta take a leave. It's for whatever, or not whatever, but my body just gets so swollen after like weeks of working at UPS, I guess. So now I have to take one. And oh my god. Well, it helps me like my groin. Hurts, man. Oh, it hurts. But my back hurt anymore. I can't deal with it. What usually happens is this will take care of the inflammation, and I'm good for like a week. Don't take it every day. That would destroy your stomach lining. So today is Thursday. Taking my leave. You know what I mean?
And weighed them down. Actually, this piece of, well, that's for a different day.
Currently watching
But
Brad's
moreover,
last
it's holding it
latest
down,
video.
and the spray, and then it'll be, you know, a uniform dot when it's done. It's still not the color of what it's spraying everything else.
So, you know, feel free to check that out, Brian Soliday on YouTube.
I mean, Darkanda's,
SOLIDAY, Soliday.
maybe we'll do about 2 coats.
Hopefully he posts a lot more regularly this time. That way I don't miss the post, because I didn't see this notification until I went to his channel. And when you don't post, man, YouTube just buries you. That's why I have a schedule on mine, I think. But again, you know, I don't care about the views. For now. But check out Brandon. Who?
Everybody does. If you live in a place where it's snow. At some point in time, the power goes out. I remember these guys in Toronto were telling me their power went out for 2 weeks. It was fucking crazy cold. Like in the zeros, below 0. And they were doomed. I mean, the ice everywhere. Ice everywhere. Power lines falling out. Covered in ice. Power was out. Blocks. All we do is fucking dead. Motherfucker, man. If that hits Chicago right in the face, that can happen. I mean, it's happened all over the world before. There's a total possibility that we can get hit with a chunk of iron the size of a fucking ocean liner. It just slams into a city and nukes that city. That shit happens. I think of it.
Does it bother you, or does it make you more free?
I would lie to you. So it makes me more free. I don't think that's true though. I think it definitely makes me sound paranoid, but I've thought about that a lot. And I'm just being accurate. But also, I'm pretty present. Yes, I try to be pretty present. I try to be pretty here, you know, as much as I can. And so, if you're here, like if you're present and you're aware of all these things, it's just a slippery or grip on present. You can still be present. Where this ain't gonna last. This whole thing ain't gonna last. These people are building buildings right next to the goddamn ocean. The ocean's rising. You know, there's a real possibility that rocks are gonna slam into this motherfucker any day now. Or 100 years from now, or 5 years from now. Nobody knows. But one day it's gonna happen. It's gonna be boom. And the fucking earth is gonna ring for a million years.
Alright, that 19. Just rearrange some of my wiring in this car. I think for the better, you know? But, I'm gonna go to Wawa, get some gas. Oh no. That's not good. Oh, I thought my radar detector was dead. Just wasn't plugged back in. Not many people use a radar detector anymore. But it still works, man. Still works, you know. It's a marketing ploy for them to be like, oh, you got to get a new radar detector every so many years because they have new technology for radar. They don't. I catch almost, if not every cop car, state or municipal. I don't know speed per se, but there's some little towns that you wanna make sure you're not speeding through late night, whatever. If you're unfamiliar, but it's 25 miles an hour, because they will pull you over. They might not give you a ticket. You might get away with it because you're an Uber driver, but they're gonna harass you. Not harass you. To be honest, man, cops have been mad cool as of late with me as an Uber driver. Even this one time when I went down a one-way street in Raritan, it was maybe like a half a block. It's an honest mistake because GPS led me astray. But they were cool about it, It was weird though, because he was like, "Do you have any problems with your license?" I said, no points, no anything, So he comes back and he's like, "Hey, you told me you had no problems." I said, "Do I?" I said, I shouldn't have anything. And he goes, "Did you get pulled over in New Brunswick?" And I was like, "That was like 5 or 6 years ago, officer. Maybe even longer." So I didn't think that's what you were asking for. Currently, I have 0 points. I thought that's what you meant. Have I ever been pulled over? Yes, absolutely, And 20 years of driving. He's like, "Oh." I'm like, I'm sorry if I misspoke. But then he was alright about it. But it was just weird. Like, problems with your license to me translates to, do you have any suspensions or like a lot of points or whatever. But that's not what he was asking me about. So that was weird. I don't know. So the camera I'm using has a screen on the other side. I wonder if that's illegal. It's not on my dash. It's not on my windshield. It's on a thing that I have on the side. But I just passed a cop. He didn't come after me, so I guess we're good. Anyway, 9:23. Wednesday night. Gonna Uber till work. I think work starts at 4 a.m. today. It's a nice chunk. Hopefully, $1.50 would be nice. $1.70 with gas costs would be even doper. That's it. Just keep driving.
How's it going?
20 regular cash? Thanks. Sure. Okay. I do have it. Currently at Wawa, getting gas. Get that gas, you know what I mean? Let's see. There's the Wawa. There's the Wawa. Funny Wawa story. So I worked for Wawa for like 6 years throughout high school. Went to the Army, came back, and then worked another like 3 or 4 years there. And yesterday, Frank Eastman, shout out Frankie, tagged me in a photo where he was at the Wawa I used to manage at, and he used to be like the store associate. It was just me and him overnights. So much fun, man. Back in the day when like I had like a studio apartment, 0 responsibilities, literally like work at Wawa, go home, and be smoking, I'm gonna mumble that. Eat some Sizzlies, pass out, wake up at like 10 p.m. Work there overnight again, rinse and repeat. And me and Frank had so much fun there. And then today, I saw that our store manager, Paul, shout out Big Paul, he commented on it and was like, oh, da-da-da. I was going to ask if that was 910, which is our store. Just cool, man. Thank you. Hold on. Just cool peoples. You know, cool memories, man. Paul was awesome. You know, he was my Joe hired me, but then Paul was basically my manager throughout 95% of my Wawa career. And he just, you know, he pretty much had me as a shift manager as a high school student. He trusted me a lot, and a really good guy to work for. So when he transferred to a different store, I followed him, and I mean, he took me with him or whatever. But just such a cool dude, you know. Kind of wish I could go back to those days, man. Wow, was just like such a cool experience. I mean, I have a lot of cool experiences with jobs though, so maybe that's just not a Wawa thing. Maybe it's just life has cool experiences. It also had bad times. There were times where that shit sucked. But for the most part, what you remember, I guess, is the good times, right? That's like anything in life. I'm gonna stop rambling. I do whatever I want. Just the last episode, 3-part, 3-hour series. First episode's quite a bit. But you know, it is what it is. We're at the Wa. Right? I like this little thing that I made here. It just flips back and forth like that. Interesting. Oh, I did lose a battery that I cannot freaking find to save my life. Which is gonna suck. I'm not gonna have enough power. But you know what? I'm not gonna stress about it. It is what it is. Just record it until the battery dies, right? Go plug one in at work. Just can't forget it there. I'll figure it out. But we're about to start our Uber shift. So, let's do it. Currently got a quick check. Uber app says you're in a busy area, so I should be getting a ride soon. Oh, man. It's almost an hour now, so I've only made the 11:21.81. It's not good. It's not a good return. You want to average like $20 an hour. So 10 o'clock, 10:19. But you gotta stick to it. Cannot give up and turn it off because you're not making money right this second. Turn it off, you make no money at all. No chance. At least with the app on, you have a chance to make money. And I don't want to waste my time driving all the way back to my start point, which is the Wawa. Oh shit. I always forget to turn the freaking fan off. Turn the fan off. And I remember to turn the fan off. Anywho. Oh, I hope it gets busier. Started at 9, man. It's 9:30. It's not that bad. Next week I'll try to push it to 8:30. Tomorrow, let's push it to 8. Let's push it to 7 tomorrow. And really make an effort to be out by 7, 8. But let 7 be the goal. That way I can be out by 8. Okay? Alright. Okay. It's 12:06. I just finished a 35-mile ride to Bloomfield. Took about 45 minutes or so. Debating. I think I want to go back to my area. It's just too sketchy to stay up in these areas, man. Like, I don't know what what are bad areas, you know, and stuff like that. So I'm gonna set my destination back for home. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll set my destination back for home, and then drive back to my home base, and then go from there. Here with this. I'm not gonna add an arrival time. Navigate. It'd be amazing if I can win the lottery and get a ride from here back. 39 minutes, 29 miles, get there at 12:47. It's not bad. Probably not gonna break my my $150 mark. But look at this. That's interesting. That's why I don't like being in places I don't know. Look at that cop right there. What's going on there? I might see you in a bit. Oh, guess what? Back at Wawa. It's 1:02. And I'm just taking a quick little coffee break here. Tasty. I'm not gonna lie, there's also an Entenmann cinnamon roll that I shouldn't be having. But I need a little push so I can last until at least 3:15. I gotta be at UPS at 4 today. Also, hopefully you can catch this. This guy, I think this guy next to me is another Uber driver. The blue car right there. He's always here, but he's always, I think he's sleeping, right? I'm not gonna focus on him or anything. It's not fair and rude, but I think he's asleep, and I think his car's on because his face is always lit. It's either that. Oh no, he's on his phone. He is on his phone. He's like, if this one just went up to his face, so his phone lights up his face, but he sits there for hours. Sometimes I'll sleep, wake up, and he's still doing the same exact thing. Anyway, the battery's flashing, so I'm not sure if this is going to shut off or not. But we're here having some coffee, and then we're back on the road in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. At the Wawa. Alright, well, it's currently 2:22 a.m. I think I'm going to call it quits. I'm like deep in Hillsborough. I have to use the bathroom as well. Stomach's kind of squirrely. Probably from the cough, the cappuccino I drank from Wawa. I'm gonna call it, man. I'm tired. I'm tired, and it's dead-ish, you know. Like it's not really like popping. And if I was like further away, I'd probably keep driving, but no, I gotta go home and eat and use the bathroom and then get to work. I think it's okay. Made like $107, $105 or whatever, from 9 to now, 9:30 to now, 9:30, 10:30. So 5 hours with like an hour of driving back from Bloom. Holy shit, this deer. I'll take it. It is what it is. But I don't know, man. Like this, I don't know. I don't know if I could have made really much more money than this. But I don't know. I have to find out tomorrow. I have to just bite the bullet and drive earlier, even if it's only an hour earlier or whatever. What was the car behind me? Oh, the late night. And it looks like it's coming up fast too. You know? The last ride request I had canceled as I'm like getting to the place. So, you know what? Whatever. Like I said, I gotta go use the bathroom anyway. So, let's see. Oh. the camera facing away. But yeah, I'm gonna call it quits. And today was like a semi-success, right? I don't know. I could have done better. That Bloomfield ride, I don't know if that was worth it. $45 for 2 hours, $22 each way, I guess, per hour on that ride. Oh, he did tip. No, he did tip like almost $10 on the app. So there is that. I guess that does make that worth it. Yeah, with that, that's worth it. So yeah, driving deep in Hillsborough right now. Almost home. About a couple minutes from 206. I'm too tired. Need to stop rambling. But like I said, driving home. That's what I make my passengers listen to. I find it funny because I think if I'm not speaking and that's all they're listening to, and it's like silent, it's middle of the night, middle of nowhere, I think that's kind of freaking terrifying. Uh oh, this thing is screwed. There we go. I think it's funny. How long will this light be? Sat at a light with passengers that obviously were drinking it all night because they just reeked of alcohol. Like, you know when it's alcohol, like, that's seeping through somebody's pores. It's processed by the body already, and it's like exuding from their pores. It smells so bad, man. And I've been there a billion times. I'm not judging. I'm just saying it's such a terrible smell. It's almost like, how did I get through like all those drunken nights having sex with someone? Like, you know, the girl that I've had girls that smelled like that, or have the room smell like that. I guess it's both of us. But now it just makes me sick to my stomach, man. There's girls that drink so much that they're, holy shit. I thought I saw, I hallucinated a figure next to my car. But there's girls that drink so much that when you're making out with them, it's just like processed alcohol through their breath. Like from their insides. Not like in their mouth, like from their insides. It just smells so bad. Anywho. This is rambling now. Yeah. Except for the one guy I picked up from the strip club that was kind of like entertaining to talk to. Everybody else was silent. It was a silent night, man. You know, no conversations or whatever. Just very quiet. Which isn't, I guess it has been normal. I remember when I first started, I almost spoke to everybody. If you ever see my driver profile and look at like the comments, like the first like 6 months, just non-stop like rider comments about like the career conversation. And I remember a New Yorker was like, the Uber drivers in New York don't talk, and I'm like, that's weird. Why wouldn't you want to talk? But you know, almost 3 years in, and like I don't really want to talk to most people. Unless, again, they're interesting or whatever, or they initiate it. I don't really push for it anymore. It's just exhausting. I'd rather just listen to my podcast, drive, and whatever, you know? I'm almost home. I'm gonna cut this up. Cut this recording off. Or at least just play creepy music again. 2:29. Wednesday night. First episode premieres on my secondary YouTube channel. I'm not going to promote it on Facebook. Just going to let it ride. don't really, like I said, man, I don't really want people I know to find it. If other people that don't know me find it and find like some sort of I don't know, some kind of entertainment out of it, that's what I want more than anything. Somebody that can relate to my life and maybe have a conversation in the comments with me, you know? I don't know what that means, but it's like that whole, like, am I alone? You know, like, am I the only one going through this? Whatever it is. Not good or bad, just whatever this is. I don't know. It's like 3:23 in the morning, Thursday morning. I just ate. It's been almost an hour, right, since I got home from Ubering, and I don't have to be at work till 4, but I'm going early. I can park in the closer parking lot and take a nap there instead of trying a nap here and rushing to work and risking being late. I'm just gonna sleep in the parking lot. I've done it before, and today's one of those days, man. I do need a nap though, so I'm gonna knock out when I get there. Knock out when I get there. Exhausted, man. So that's that. Also, I figured out, or I might have figured out, that the camera battery only dies so fast because it's cold, and if you put it in your pocket, there's like so much more juice out of it. Just watch the battery go from blinking red to full bars. So there might be something to that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one of the managers. I think it's blinking at me. That's his name, Tyler. See, look, this camera is blinking now, and that battery is pretty much. Oh no, this is the old battery. So I went from full to almost empty again. Alright, so I might not have figured out anything. But we're almost at UPS. I'm gonna go take a nap.
My other friend Alexander and the rest of the gang behind me.
In the parking lot.
Was last of
I only have 20 minutes to get a nap in, so I'm gonna go to the nap right now.
We started panicking and we were
UPS parking lot.
3 hours. The strange thing is that
I mean,
it seemed like someone was erasing I hadn't necessarily decided that
it's 3:55. Tired shit.
much more complex than that. I was hoping that it would be enough to offer him hope instead of desperation.
What's the problem with
I
that?
told him that I'd been considering
This is the problem with the Uber. And tired. My brain's not working. Oh, I gotta go. It is 9:05 a.m. Another UPS shift in the record books. Do you recognize that I won't just record just to record the same things over and over, because even I'm getting bored doing that, and it's just becoming a chore. But if I have something to say, I will record it. I think I remember where I lost that other battery for the camera. Might be in my Bonefish. Zip up. Hopefully it's there. Because it'd be less stressful if I have an extra battery for it. So now I gotta go home, eat something real quick, and then head over to the VA in East Orange for my shrink appointment. Debating on whether or not I'm gonna take my wait for my medication, which on average could take up to an hour, sometimes longer, or take the chance of having it shipped UPS, but it not shipping past Friday, and have to deal with the same bullshit Saturday when the substitute air drivers don't want to come up to the house. Long story. It's a pain in the ass. I have to wait till like Monday to get it. I have my regular driver Bob drop it off. Anywho, brain stop. Tired today. That's it, man. First episode premieres in 6 hours. I don't think it's gonna get any views. It shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't get any views. That doesn't matter. Nice day, at least. Nice day. You know what I mean? Let me just try this out now.
He did some asshole stuff. He did some asshole stuff when he was, like went through a midlife crisis around 40, and he was being an asshole. I love it. We didn't talk. Same guy. We didn't have a great relationship for a few years, but he came around and it all worked out okay. I don't remember him at your wedding. He was dead. Oh.
That was Dr. Drew After Dark, and you see a new podcast from Your Mom's House Studios, basically, right? And they were talking to Chris Hardwick. He's talking about his dad who's passed away and whatever. And it just makes me think about my biological father that I didn't get to ever meet. It's a long story. I think it's too early in this series for me to dive into that, because there's other people involved. There's my siblings and some of my mother and all that, and I don't want to say something that could hurt people, I guess, but just for me, I wish I met the guy. He had so many problems himself. Mental issues and health issues, and I don't know, whatever. I don't even really honestly know what happened. I think I spoke about it in one of my Uber rides, but that's just what I was told. I don't have confirmation on all that. I feel guilty asking my half siblings from him about him, because I feel like I don't deserve to know. I wasn't there. They were all there. They went through all of it with him. I didn't. And but it bothers me, So make sure this is recording. Yeah, it it bothers me that I didn't get to meet him. You know, whatever issues he has, like whatever, man. I genetically, those some of those things were passed on to me. I have them. I have the issues and I have the things. But again, man, like just the not knowing, man, not knowing what he thought, you know, how not meeting me made him feel. Because he tried to reach out a bunch when I was a kid. Send me gifts through like my cousins that went to the same private school as I did. And you know, I was told I wasn't allowed to, you know, by my grandparents, my grandfather, my grandma, you know, my mother, whatever. Kind of wish people let me, or figured out a way to safely, you know, let that happen. Because there was a very small portion when my son's mother was pregnant, that maybe it wasn't going to work out between me and her, to the point where maybe I wouldn't be part of my kid's life. Not even so much because of her, but people, you know, were advising me to like kind of like, yeah, well, you know, she don't want, you know, whatever to do with you, then walk away, like kind of thing. I'm simplifying that and trying to make that not sound so hurtful, but that's basically what I was told. And I didn't ever want to do that. That made me feel so bad instantly. I mean, it just reminded me of my dad and like how he, oh God, man. Caden's my life, man. He's my lifeblood. And if it wasn't for him, no way, dude. I would have tapped out. You know, ironically, I'm going to see my shrink now so I can get my medications refilled. It's mandatory it's supposed to be every month, but she's cool, so lets me go every other month. But it's 45 minutes away. It sucks. Yeah, it's far. And I could transfer, I guess, but I've been seeing the same person for over 2, 3, 4 years now, maybe even 5 years. It's been a long time, and I don't want to change. I like her. But my dad, man, I wish it wasn't such a, you know, man. I wish I could have kept it together a little bit. Not even just for me, but for my siblings too. Especially my youngest half brother. I think he was really affected by that. I think everybody was. We all have our things, and they're gracious enough. Oh, sorry. They're gracious enough to actually talk to me. I appreciate through Facebook and all that, and I appreciate that. So I remember as a kid them calling my grandparents' house. I was living there, and speaking to my, you know, the oldest. I'm the oldest, you know, but the second oldest. Speaking to them on the phone, and me like just being so terrified to talk to them because I was told I wasn't allowed to speak to any of these people, and that was so unfair because it wasn't my siblings' fault. Whatever my dad was going through, you know, it wasn't their fault. But I think people made mistakes with that. I think that was a very closed-minded way of dealing with it. It's just not allowed to see you. I think that could have been handled better. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe this was the best. Maybe this is how it's supposed to be. But it sucks. It just feels bad. They were all just together in the Philippines. I'm so happy for them, man. Again, they all went through it together. You know, they should be all together. I don't feel like I have the right to be there. But man, one day You know, one day. And it's not fair because, like, I'm gonna have so many questions about how they grew up and what they went through, and, you know, my dad and all that stuff. And I don't know. Do I have am I privileged enough to ask those questions about him? Is that my business? I wasn't there. I didn't fight hard enough to be there. You know, and my dad respected my mom and my grandparents' wishes to, like, stay away. You know, like, what? I don't know, man. It's so confusing, right? It's so confusing, the things that happen to us as humans. It's supposed to all make sense. Everybody's got their own stuff, their own issues, and their own, like, struggles. Everybody. You know? I get that. I'm not saying I'm the only one. But it's just like life is so funny and fucked up and just, like, unfair and also magical and all that. Of course, you know? But man, the suffering that we go through as humans is, like, unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It really is. Happiness, man, like, such a elusive thing, you know. But they say, well, you know, money can't buy you happiness. Two answers is like, but I'd like to find out firsthand. Or two is, but you can buy a boat big enough to sail right next, or you can buy a boat that's big enough to sail right up next to it, or something like that. I think those are funny things. I don't know, man. I don't know. Showing you a little bit of the drive, so it's not just pointed at my face. It's Route 78 East, headed to East Orange. I don't know if it said what state I live in. I have. But I also want to, maybe not, so people can, like, if this ever goes anywhere to strangers, you know, they can figure out, it'd be cool thing. Then again, you can just look at the license plates on the road, right? Whatever. Another minute or so, and then it will just automatically shut off on its own. But I needed to get that rant out. Just so timely. Chris Hardwick talking about his dad and the issues, and then this BMW Z3, it's like a SUV, passed by. And when I was back home in 2009, and I met my grandma, my biological father's mom, for the first time. She was being driven around in a BMW X3. And it literally passed as I was deciding whether or not I was going to do this rant. Found that interesting. I don't know. Who knows? Just a little bit more of the road behind this truck. Still recording. It's weird. Should probably save some time because I'm probably gonna want to talk on the way home after the shrink appointment. So I'm gonna shut it off now. Well, another appointment at the VA done. Right? Time to get home and get to sleep. Oh, East Orange is kind of scary, bro. It's kind of scary.
Take the next right onto Tremont Avenue.
Tremont Avenue. I really like my shrink.
Continue on Tremont Avenue for 1 mile.
I don't know. I don't know. I like her. She does a good job. I'm not gonna go through what we talked about, but it's good. Showing you good old East Orange, New Jersey, the VA hospital. Luckily, because I served in the military, U.S. Army branch, I get free healthcare for the rest of my life. Pretty much. I guess if I make a lot of money, I guess I don't get it for free. Currently, I get it for free, and it's a great benefit. And I more than appreciate it. Tired, man. It's 11:47 a.m. on a sunny Thursday. Gonna head home and get some sleep. That's it. Nice shrink appointment today. Not about nice. It's always just good whenever I see my shrink. It's always just good. I always want to do better for her as her patient. So it's a good job. I appreciate her. They were freaking handing out tickets left and right today for parking on the grass and up on curbs. They were not kidding around, man. Feel bad. Mad people got tickets. Not veterans, but I circled that parking lot for 15 minutes. Couldn't find a spot. And I had to valet my car, and it takes forever to get the car back. Like, that's a first world problem. Oh, I got to valet my car, and it's free. And, it's free valet, man. People complain about the VA hospital and how VA... I don't know. Maybe when I get older and I actually need real things from the VA, maybe I'll run into a problem. But as of right now, I haven't had a problem about it. It's been good. What's going on right here? What is happening? Why is this guy here? I don't understand that move. Is it okay? Can I? Oh, there's a crash there. It's weird, man. Sure what's happening. What was that move? What's going on? Why are you parked in the middle of the street? How's that helping out? Because there was shards? I don't understand. I didn't really understand that. What was the purpose of that? Anywho, I'm about to get in the parkway. Check in later.
Now back to the show. Here are some emails. It's called Sweaty Pits. I've been on a regular nutritional rich diet, blah, blah, blah. And this is, boy, people gotta learn English. Excessive underarm sweating started. This is on this certain diet he's on, I guess. As of the last few months, my armpits have been extremely sweaty without doing anything. I'll just sit there and feel the sweat dripping down my sides and have soaked t-shirts. Of course, I know the difference between antiperspirant deodorant. I've tried them both and the clinical strength stuff, and nothing has helped. That sucks. I've heard several remedies, including Botox for underarms, that does work.
sit in a car and drive in silence. Just this last like 2 minutes or so. Good Lord, I would like knock out no matter how much caffeine I've had or whatever, you know? It's nuts. You're psychotic. Anybody that sits in the car in silence is psychotic. No way. What a beautiful day, man. I wish I didn't have to Uber and I wasn't so tired. And today would be a glorious hiking day. Glorious hiking day. I gotta hike again this spring. Just because it was fun, man. Just to get lost out there in the woods and just like be in your head while getting exercise. And I used to make these videos. It was cool, dude. It was freaking cool, right? Should do that again. I think I'm gonna. I don't know what day I can do it though. Well, let's get caught up on bills. Maybe I could do like Sundays, Sunday hikes. We'll see. Just to prove that it's still me talking, right? You know what I mean? It's not just a voiceover. I know why it matters. Voiceovers would be cool. Oh shit, I'm doing 90 miles an hour. Holy shit. I was doing almost 100. That's why I need to put my freaking... Oh my god, that would be terrible. I was literally doing 95 without even trying. That's crazy. Downhill. I was on a downhill. But that's it for now, I guess. Home in 20 minutes. 12:08. Thursday, sunny and 52 degrees.